Blessed are you among women, blessed in turn all women too. Blessed they with peaceful spirits, blessed they with gentle hearts, gentle woman, quiet love, morning star, so strong and bright, gentle mother, peaceful dove, teach us wisdom, teach us love.
Welcome to your cathedral. I'm Father Greg Sakowitz. A guy goes to a pet shop, wants to buy a canary. Buys a canary, brings a canary home, takes the cover off the cage. Canary's got one leg. He says, "This is crazy. I want my money back." Next day, brings the canary back to the pet shop owner and says, "Hey, buddy, I bought this from you yesterday, this canary. I demand my money back. The canary's got one leg." Pet shop owner says, "What'd you want? A singer or a dancer?" I used to raise canaries. Even Father Mark is smiling with that joke. Special thank you to Mark Teresi. Beautiful singing week in and week out. Also, our prayers are with Mark Teresi, who last week, his sister Fran died. So please keep the Teresi family in prayer. Also at the same time, Mark and his wife Mary are new grandparents for Grandpa and Grandma. The little one's name is James Mark. So congratulations to the Teresi family. It's always ironic. A death, a life. Its cycle keeps on going, but death always brings life so eternal, we call it resurrection. Special thank you also to David Jonas. It's a beautiful job playing both the piano and the organ. So Mark and David, thank you. Special again thank you to Father Mark, producer Smolka, who's been so busy doing a million things around the cathedral. And so thank you again, very special thanks from me to Father Mark Smolka. A little boy walked up to the pastor after Mass and handed the pastor a $1 bill. The priest told the boy, "Oh, please give this dollar to the poor." The boy says, "That's why I gave it to you, Father, because my daddy says you're the poorest preacher we ever had." I hope no one mails me $1 this week. Today's gospel this weekend, coming near the end of ordinary time, can be summarized this way. God has generously showered us with talents and gifts. It is our responsibility to share them with others as Christians. But do we? Are we sometimes so focused inward that we don't see those around us? All of us are moving in a life direction. But what direction? Moneyball was a hit movie some years back. I'd highly recommend it. And also part of a best-selling book about the little pro baseball team that could. Moneyball is based on the true story of Billy Beane, the general manager of the Oakland Athletics of the American League of Baseball. Following a near championship season in 2001, the Oakland A's lost its best players to big money teams like the New York Yankees. So Beane sets out to rebuild the Oakland Athletics with a fraction of the budget of big market teams. His staff of baseball veterans starts evaluating available rookie stars, rookie players. But Beane knows the old system can't work for small market teams like the Oakland A's. Beane is at a loss at what to do until he meets Peter Brandt, a shy numbers genius who had just graduated with a degree in economics from Yale. Though he has never played a game in his life, that's Peter Brandt, Brandt loves the game of baseball. He has analyzed decades of baseball stats to prove that game-winning qualities are not always the ones veteran scouts are looking for. His detailed work convinces Bean to hire, believe this or not, undervalued players, freaks and losers who nevertheless always manage to get on base. Never mind whether a player looks the right part, has the right stance on the pitching mound, or has the right swing. Can the guy get on base? That's the key. Can the guy get on base? Can the guy throw strikes? Buy wins, buy runs. Buy wins, buy runs, Brandt urges Bean. Forget the baseball card image. Bean and his new assistant general manager set to work on rebuilding the Oakland A's. The 2002 season for Oakland starts very poorly. The professional baseball world believes that Bean has assembled a bunch of misfits. He must be out of his mind. They're losing early in the season. But not to give away the ending to the movie, this island of misfit toys, as Brandt calls the A's at one point, defies the baseball gods. They're not pretty, but they're winning like crazy as the season goes on. Bean and Brandt and the baseball team that they put together, the Oakland A's, mirror the parable of the talents in this weekend's gospel. Moneyball and today's gospel focus on the important question, not what we possess in terms of talents and abilities, but what we do with what we have been given. That's important. It's not so much what we possess in terms of talents and abilities, but what we do with what we have been given by God. We may have the skills to be a brilliant surgeon, or may have the ability to bring healing to others by our simple ability to maybe listen to those in need. We may have the opportunity to influence the lives of many people, or we may have the role model to our children. We may have the skills to manage great organizations that accomplish much good, or we may take our turn regularly at the local soup kitchen. All we need is the willingness and commitment to use those talents, our talents given by God, and the openness of spirit to enlist the talents of others to do whatever good they can. Only by giving one's life away, sharing our gifts, especially with those less than ourselves that have less, do we find life, joy, peace, and happiness. I sometimes say with life, give it away, all is gift, all is gift. Are we using our talents? What is a virtue? Virtue is a firm disposition to do good. It permits a person not only to do good deeds, but also to give the best of himself or herself. What is a virtue? Virtue is a firm disposition to do good. It permits a person not only to do good deeds, but also to give the best of himself or herself. Remember this, a gift is not a gift until it's given away. A talent is only a talent if it's given away to help others. Pope Francis has declared this weekend World Day of the Poor. And this weekend, many of our parishioners from Holy Name Cathedral will be on the streets of Chicago passing our little bags of food to the poor, making a difference with their lives to give to those who have less. That's living out one's talents. Remember this, holiness is not a gift we obtain after a lifetime of service. We give service, we serve others because we are holy. And Father Ronald Rolheiser, I think, says it best. Listen to this quote. Nobody gets to heaven without a letter of recommendation from the poor. And even a single letter of reference from the poor is better than no letter at all. I'll say this again from Father Rolheiser. Nobody gets to heaven without a letter of recommendation from the poor. And even a single letter of reference from the poor is better than no letter at all. And Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta wrote this some years ago. It's powerful. It's entitled, "You and I have been created for greater things." It goes like this. We have not been created to just pass through this life without aim. And that greater aim is to love and to be loved. Give yourself fully to God, who will use you to accomplish great things on the condition that you believe much more in His love than in your weakness. Never think that a small action done to your neighbor is not worth much. It is not how much we do that is pleasing to God, but how much love we put into the doing. It is not how much we do that is pleasing to God, but how much love we put into the doing. I used this about 2 or 3 months ago, this final quote from Pope Francis, which I think best summarizes the gifts we have from God, the talents we have from God, and a gift is only a gift if it's given away. From Pope Francis. Rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. The sun does not shine on itself, and flowers do not spread their fragrance for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature. We are all born to help each other. No matter how difficult life can be, life is good when you are happy, but life is much better when others are happy because of you. We live in hard times. COVID-19 spiking. Stress level is high. Anxiety is high. God is with us, and God will see us through. We've got to believe this in the love of God, to stay together. May God bless all of you. Stay healthy, and may the Bears at least show up against Minnesota and hopefully beat Minnesota Monday Night Football.
Blessed are those who love you, happy those who follow you. Blessed are those who seek you, O God. Blessed are those who love the Lord and walk in God's pathway. You will find what you long for, the riches of our God. Blessed are those who love you, happy those who follow you. Blessed are those